What a great story this is. Don Shiles, a hardened vet of more than 40 years, but he has a soft spot in his heart for his dog, Comet.
After retiring from the military, he seemed lonely and suffered from a little bit of depression, and Comet actually helped him get through all that. But guess what? Now Comet is missing. ABC 2 News' John Harrison talked with Don today about his quest to find his best friend.
The Sergeant Major's clerk.
Don Shiles has spent most of his life in the military, either in the Army or as a civilian. He was involved in the Vietnam War all the way up to action in Iraq. But whatever happened in the war wasn't as heartbreaking as this.
Horrible.
That's because Don has lost his best friend, Comet, a 4-year-old rat terrier. Don got Comet when he was just a pup.
Loved him to pieces. I mean, it was just, he didn't have a fault that I know of.
Nobody wanted Comet because he had some heart problems. Don could relate because he has a heart murmur also. So Don just figured 2 broken hearts make one, and he took Comet home.
And if I went somewhere, he went too.
I mean everywhere. If Don was going out, Comet was going too. That was the case a couple of weeks ago when Don and Comet went out for a ride in his pickup. Then Don was in an accident and his truck flipped over. Don came to with a broken collarbone and realized he hadn't lost his life, but he did lose his friend, Comet. While Don was trapped in his truck, Comet got out.
He looked at me one time as if he was saying goodbye, you know, because he stared at me for a few minutes, and then when he turned away, he never looked again.
It hasn't been the same without Comet.
Wake up lost, you know, because he's not there.
So his wife Gay and him have been putting up signs looking for Comet.
Within a 3 or 4 mile radius, just where we find a pole.
So Don will continue his quest to find Comet, who has a collar and dog tags on. He also has a microchip implanted in him, so Don knows if they do find him, they can identify him. Don just wishes he was back home by his side now.
Awfully hard not having him there.
In Severn, Don Harrison, ABC 2 News.